Because before people were put on the train, their names were written down so or at least the numbers were written down. How many people were put on the train to Auschwitz. If you have got on one side transport lists with the names or at least numbers of people who were sent to Auschwitz, and on the other side you've got the names, the record with the names of those who became the prisoners of the camp. Some names don't appear in Auschwitz yet. But we will never know an exact number of people killed in the gas chambers, because not all of the documents survive. That's why we say at least. At least means that it couldn't be less, but it could have been more. We are very precise in case of those who became the prisoners, because prisoners had records written down. But they made no list with the names of those who were going to the gas chambers at once, because they had no time for the lists, and because they paid no attention to the names, dates of birth, professions, abilities of people they killed at once. In their case, the most important were numbers, not personal dates. In front of the kitchen, one of the camp orchestras had its place. They had 4 orchestras at Auschwitz. One of them had its place at the entrance to this camp, in front of the kitchen. All of them were the prisoners of Auschwitz, musicians. The Nazis made them to keep the march tempo for prisoners who were going to work and were coming back, although initially they were only to please SS men when they were out of duties, when they had days off. Both types of the camps, I mean concentration and death camps, were run by SS. So when I say SS men, I mean members of SS. And just to remind you, women were not accepted in SS. When I say Nazis, I mean members of Nazi Party, National Socialists. And not everybody who was accepted in Nazi Party was accepted in SS. So for most of the time it was Nazi Party elite. Young Germans in your age, after being accepted in SS, felt very proud. Because for most of the time it was Nazi Party elite. The SS men at Auschwitz, almost all of them were Germans and Austrians, trained to believe people who were sent to Auschwitz were the enemies of their state, the enemies of their nation, who deserved to be sent to one of the camps. They made them to believe in it. It was Goebbels, the minister of propaganda in Hitler's government, who say, if you say a lie, if you repeat this lie many times, people will believe in everything you want them to believe. Those who were sent to the camps were the enemies of their state. It's this what they made them to believe in. They had barracks for themselves outside the camp. High-ranking officers lived in town of Auschwitz with their wives and children. So if they did not bother to raise their children next to Auschwitz, they had to believe in this, what they were doing for their own state. Prisoners were kept in all of these brick buildings around you. Each of them had to house more or less 1,000 people. Today, most of them are the museum pavilions. We're going to have a look in a few of them, including block number 11, in which nothing has been changed since the end of the war. So in block number 11, during our tour, you're going to see the way all of these buildings looked like in those days. Nothing or almost nothing has been changed outside. This is the way a camp looked like. Even trees are original. Most of them were planted by the prisoners during the war.